Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome class 7th in your physics class. In the previous class, we were started the chapter 1 measurement, and we have discussed about the SI unit, about the physical quantities, about the magnitude, and I taught you about the measurement of area, that how you will measure area of irregular shapes. Now today I will study about the how to measure area of irregular shapes. So for this, for this you need a graph paper. So you have taken a graph paper and any irregular surface. Okay. So I have taken this is an irregular surface, and I have traced this here like this. I have traced it here like this. I have traced it here on a graph paper. Okay, so you need a graph paper and an irregular surface, and so I have placed that irregular object on the surface of the graph paper, and I have traced the outlines. Okay, now what we do, we count the number of squares that are completely within the outline. Okay, so we'll count the complete squares. So here you can see that this is a complete square. This one, and this one. These are the complete squares. It is not a complete square. It is not, and it is also not a complete square. So I am going to mark by this circle. It is not a complete square, but it is more than, this outline is covering more than half of a square. As you can see, this is more than half, right? So these are the number of incomplete squares, and we ignore those which are covered less than half. So we'll ignore this one, and this one. We'll ignore these areas. Now what we do, we count the number of complete squares and the number of incomplete squares. So we write total number of squares is equals to number of complete squares plus number of incomplete squares. So as you can see here, 4 are the complete squares, so we write 4 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are the incomplete squares, so we write 4. So, and we ignore those which are less than half. Okay. Now what would be the area of a square? Area of the irregular surface. Area of the irregular surface is equals to area of one square into total number of square. So area of one square is 1. 1 centimeter square, into total number of squares 4 plus 4. So 4 plus 4. So 1 into 4 plus 4, 8. So we'll get 8 centimeter square. So the area of irregular surface of the given object is approximately 8 centimeter square. So this is how we measure the area of irregular surface. Next is measurement of volume. Measurement of volume. When we fill water in a bucket, it occupies a definite space in the bucket. This space represents the volume of water in the bucket. Similarly, when you take a beaker and pour some water in it, take a beaker and pour some water in it, then now attach a thread to a stone. Attach a thread to a stone and suspend it in water in the beaker. What will you observe? You will observe that the level of the water increased. Why? When you suspend the stone in the water, you will observe that the level of the water increases. Why? It is because the stone has displaced some water and occupied some space. Right? So, we all know that every object occupies some space. For example, this copy, table, chair, bag, bottle, even this pen, every object occupies some space. A table occupies more space than a book. Similarly, a chair occupies more space than a bag and a bottle. But every object occupies space. So the space occupied by an object, and it can be solid, liquid or gas, is called its volume. What is volume? The space occupied by an object, whether it will be solid, liquid or gas, is called the volume. Unit of volume. Volume, the SI unit of volume is cubic meter, or you can write it like this. The SI unit is cubic meter, and 1 cubic meter is the volume of a cube, each of whose side is 1 meter in length. And commonly we use cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter, we write it like this. Commonly we use this, right? It is also written as like this, small c, small c. Okay, 1 cubic meter is the volume of a cube, each of whose side is 1 centimeter in length. Now, relation between meter cube and centimeter cube. See, 1 meter cube means 1 meter multiplied by 1 meter multiplied by 1 meter. Okay, and you know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, right? So we write here 100 centimeter into 100 centimeter into 100 centimeter. We can write 100 centimeter in place of 1 meter, right? So on multiplying this, you will get 10, 000 and 000 centimeter cube. Now when we convert, we can write it like this also. Here are the 6 zeros, so we write power 6. So 1 meter cube is equals to 10 to the power 6 centimeter cube. This is the relation between meter cube and centimeter cube. 1 meter cube is equals to 10 to the power 6 centimeter cube. Similarly, the submultiples of volume are cubic decimeter, that is cubic decimeter, cubic millimeter. 1 meter cube is equals to 1000 decimeter cube. 1 decimeter cube is equals to 1000 centimeter cube, and 1 centimeter cube is equals to 1000 millimeter cube. The volume of liquid is usually measured in liters and milliliters. We usually measure the volume in liters and milliliters. Milliliter is a submultiple of liter. So 1 liter is equals to how many milliliter? Yes, 1000 milliliter. Okay, and also remember 1 centimeter cube is equals to 1 milliliter. Okay, so from this you can conclude that 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. This is the relation between liter and centimeter cube. 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. Okay, children? In the next class, inshallah, we will study about the measuring volume of liquid. How we will measure the volume of liquid. Okay? And we will also study how to measure the volume of a regular solids, inshallah. Okay, children? Allah Hafiz.